Okay, Colin,
All right.
Town Manager's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to give a shout out to our Board of Health for what was a fantastic opioid vigil on September 14th. I unfortunately missed the event, but thanks to Tyngsborough Media, I was able to stream it, and they did a fantastic job. The Health and Safety Fair was this weekend, and it was a huge hit despite the unfavorable weather. We had all kinds of DPW equipment there, fire trucks and ambulances, police vehicles, all kinds of different SWAT tools, and there were even horses. There were also way too many reptiles in the elementary school for my liking, but they were also a big hit. So I just want to thank our health department, police and fire departments, and our DPW for putting that event together. I think this is at least the third year they've done it, and it gets bigger and better every single year. The parking lot project at the police station is complete. The final step is that the sign that we ordered and are installing is still back ordered. So once that gets in, we'll install it. But in terms of the actual parking lot, that work is now completed. An update on the home rule petition that was submitted by town meeting to the legislature. It is making its way through the process. Unfortunately, it looks like the House will modify it to restrict 2 of the licenses to the, quote, Middlesex Road corridor and 1 to the Westford Road corridor. This is not exactly what town meeting asked for, but the House Counsel insists that the House can modify any legislation that goes for it. It's largely out of our control, but what I will say is that when we think about where our economic development most likely will take place, it's along that corridor, so we'll take what we can get at this point. And I just want to thank Senator Kennedy, played a huge role in helping the House committee to the best that they would understand what we were seeking to accomplish, and he called me 5 or 6 times in one day trying to help move it along. So I do appreciate his support, and hopefully that'll pass before January 1st, and we'll be able to start filling some vacancies on Middlesex Road. We'll talk more about Fall Town Meeting later, but as a reminder, it will take place on October 22nd at 7 p.m. at the elementary school. We'll host a pre-town meeting information session on October 15th. That's a Tuesday at 6 p.m. here in the community room. The warrant has 8 articles, 7. I'm sorry, that's not correct. There's 7. 2 of them are zoning amendments. The planning board will hold a public hearing on those 2 articles on Thursday, October 3rd, and again on Thursday, October 17th. Just a quick update on the police chief search process. The deadline to apply was September 14th. Last week, we met with the search firm that we contracted with to review the 12 applications we received and narrowed down the pool to the ones that we felt were qualified for a first-round interview. That's the structured interview process that we talked about when we first outlined the process. We have 5 candidates that we've offered interviews to. All of them represent a wide range of command experience, law enforcement background, education, training, and familiarity with our region. So I'm pleased with the pool that we have. As I've mentioned previously, in the meantime, I'll appoint Deputy Chief Sean Woods to serve as interim chief of police effective October 1st, and until the process is complete and a permanent chief is named. On that note, I'll remind everybody that the public appreciation event for Chief Howe will take place on Wednesday evening from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Old Town Hall. There will be a speaking portion at the start of the event, but really the rest of the event will be an opportunity for the public to share their appreciation with Chief Howe and his best wishes as he retires. And then on a more excited note, I just wanted to take a minute to acknowledge that last week marked 1 year since this board appointed me as town manager. I wanted to share my appreciation to this board for its support and guidance, to our residents who have been a huge part of our success, and of course to our staff for the hard work they do every day to make Tyngsborough a great place to work and live. I did want to take a minute to reflect on some of our collective accomplishments, which are a reflection of the people that work in town hall and the police department, the fire department, the library, and all across town government. We settled 6 collective bargaining agreements in 1 year. All of those reflected the value that our staff bring to the town while balancing the need to protect our financial situation. The contracts aren't good just for our current employees, but we know when people leave, because we have a challenge recruiting them, we end up paying more to replace them. So this will help us retain employees, but also recruit the very best to work here in Tyngsborough. We took a not-so-great law and made it work for Tyngsborough, adopting the multifamily overlay district, which was required by law, and I think that the committee did that in a way that protected the town's character. We use that in every single grant application we submit now because we're one of a few that can claim credit for that. We launched the town's first Civic Leadership Academy to bring residents closer to the work that's being done at Town Hall and across town government to hopefully generate new residents that are interested in serving on our various elected and appointed boards. We reworked our budget process and have more work to do there to be more interactive with the public through budget office hours so that residents can better understand the budget and provide feedback. And we continue to increase our communication efforts to reflect the importance of public engagement in the local government process. While this work continues, I'm proud of the work we've done to date, and I think the results of this work are clear and very positive. So just a big appreciation to the staff. Jackie and Kat, obviously the transition was very, very smooth because of the two of them, but certainly also to this board for your support.
Thank you. Kat?
I'm happy to share that the town is exploring the Department of Energy Resources Climate Leader Communities Program. This is a new program that has evolved from the Green Communities Program, which Tyngsborough is a member of. It creates a new voluntary framework for meeting the state's greenhouse gas reduction targets by providing tools and resources to help municipalities reduce emissions and maximize energy efficiency. By receiving this designation, municipalities are able to tap into additional grant funding to support a number of projects from construction and implementing energy efficiency activities to adopting energy efficiency policies.
Excellent. Thank you. I will open it up to the board for any questions or comments. Did you want to start, Select Person Gilfus?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Everything is wonderful in this update. Thank you to you both. And Colin, I'm so glad that you're here with us, and happy return anniversary last week.
Thank you.
Return anniversary.
I like that.
Mr. Moran?
Oh, horrible year. Oh, nothing was accomplished. So no, congratulations on 1 year, Colin. Fantastic stuff. Entertaining at best.
Absolutely.
All good stuff. Really appreciate just the work that's been going on, right? I think the footbridge is almost to completion now, right? All that good stuff. Or I saw a guy today out there weed whacking to make things, beautify the area a little bit more. So very thankful for everyone in the town administration, the town buildings, town offices. And I think with your leadership, it's a lot of good, positive things have come. So thank you very much, and congrats on the 1 year.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's amazing how fast time flies, that it's a year. Don't know what happens to all of that time, but it goes by quickly. Good to hear on the Climate Leaders Community Program. The green communities, we just got another grant for the schools, so tremendous opportunities for us to get in on these things early and to let the state know that we're doing some great things, and that if they're willing to help us out with funding of those things, that we can do even more. So great to hear that that's happening. Again, lots of stuff going on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that people can see this update on a variety of places?
You can listen to this tomorrow, wherever you get your podcast. You can watch it on YouTube. There'll be a digital version, and you can read a summary every month in the Neighbor to Neighbor.
Fantastic.
That is great.